Evening. Thank you for choosing KTAB News. Months of racial unrest across the nation has even led to the call to change names of 4 elementary schools right here in Abilene. KTAB's Mercedes Hernandez spoke with the Abilene school superintendent, who talked with teachers today about stopping racial bias on campus.
This is a conversation we've got to engage in.
Superintendent Dr. David Young says he wants students to return to campuses that are free of limitations influenced by racism.
No student, no employee should come across a process or an experience that makes them feel that they're not safe at school.
In a convocation to teachers Wednesday, Dr. Young urged educators to be conscious of how hidden racial bias could impact their teaching.
It's the things that people do that they don't necessarily mean to do, but they don't know that they do.
Those implicit biases, like preferring to call on one type of student over another, can have major consequences. Dr. Miles Werntz, an ethics professor at Abilene Christian University, says those small interactions can affect how a student learns the rest of their time in school.
If you continually treat a student as if they are to be suspect all the time, they never encounter the classroom as a place for them to be able to make mistakes or to grow.
Dr. Young's push for racial reflection comes as discussions continue to change the names of 4 AISD schools named after Confederate leaders. Monday, the AISD school board approved guidelines for naming or renaming schools. However, before any action is taken, Dr. Young says the district is still considering input from people on both sides of the renaming issue.
It starts with listening. It starts with reflecting, then it's more listening, and then it's thinking about how do we go forward in the best way.
Ultimately, Dr. Young says the district wants to make sure students and staff have the same chance to learn and teach without barriers.
So we can get our organization to a place where no one is uncomfortable coming to school or coming to work.
In Abilene, with coverage you can count on, Mercedes Hernandez, KTAB News.
Thank you, Mercedes. Dr. Young says the school board is likely to address renaming the schools at its meeting next month.